Hello, and welcome to Back to School Night Virtual Edition. My name is Nicola Villa, and I am your son or daughter's FIT teacher here at Granada High School. But it's not just me who's part of the program, we have an entire team, so let me introduce them. The FIT team consists of 9 teachers that have been handpicked to help with this specific program on campus. Those teachers include myself, Monica Brickwadell, Greg Gomes, Megan Grabowski, Brian Hahn, Jane Lilly, Mike McCafferty, Tim Rankin, and Corrigan Willis. And we are exactly that, very much a team in our planning and execution of the class. I want to say a little bit more about myself so you can hopefully get to know me. Again, my name is Nicola Villa, and this is actually my 12th year here at Granada, specifically my 8th year teaching the Freshman in Transition program. I attended the University of the Pacific, and while I love teaching FIT and its unique coursework, I am credentialed to teach math, and that is the main subject that I teach here on campus, specifically a lot of Algebra 2 and AP Statistics. As much as I love math, and I genuinely do, the reason I'm here teaching at the high school level is because I think the high school age group specifically is such an awesome group of people. Don't get me wrong, there are their challenges, but I really enjoy getting to connect with them and build relationships, and hopefully inspire a little love of learning along the way. So what is FIT? FIT stands for Freshman in Transition. The FIT program was first established at Granada 12 years ago with the goal to help smooth the transition for incoming freshmen from various middle schools. One of the things we like to focus on and we pride ourselves is our team building abilities. While team building looks a little different than it did last year, as you can see in the photos, it's still a key element of the class, and we're hoping that eventually, when we are able to return to school, that your students not only feel connected to us as teachers, but to their classmates and Granada as a whole. While team building is a cornerstone of the class, it's not all of it. We have several course objectives. The goal of the course is to assist incoming freshmen with every aspect of their high school career. Freshmen should be introduced to many concepts that will help aid them in becoming a more successful student and hopefully connected citizen. A lot of the topics include orientation to the campus and staff, knowledge and use of our online grading and attendance programs, some organizational strategies, an understanding of course and extracurricular activities available to them during their time at Granada, learn technological and research skills, public speaking skills, which of course is always one of their favorites, team building skills, as I mentioned earlier, and every student will complete a 4-year plan designed to help him or her achieve his or her high school goals along with post-secondary goals. And last but not least, we want to explore personal aspects of their high school career, including things like mental health, study skills, and communication. Basically, we want to help support the whole student, not just the traditional academic side. Which brings me to this quote. One of the most important things I can teach them is that even when you fail, you are learning. I think it is extremely important that our students understand it's okay if not everything comes easy, and it's okay if you don't do everything right on the first try. What we hope students learn is perseverance and the willingness to work hard. Even when you make mistakes along the way, you can learn from them and use them to your advantage. So course materials are pretty minimal for this class specifically. This class requires every student to have a Schoology account, which they should have already, and they should have a GHS planner, handbook planner. This is what our planner looks like this year. Students should have this, and this is their textbook for the class. The grade setup is pretty simple. We broke things down into a Learn It, Use It, Prove It system. Learn It's 5%, Use It is 40%, and Prove It, which is more of our assessments or larger assignments, is 45%. We do have a trimester final currently scheduled to be 10%. So what are my daily expectations? Distance learning looks so different than our typical start of the school year that we would expect. So I want to be very clear on my expectations with both my students and my parents as to what I think they should be doing every single day. For one, they need to check their email daily. They also need to check the posted weekly schedule for the daily to-do list, which I'll show you shortly. They need to access their assignments via the Schoology folders and complete all assignments honestly to truly assess their understanding of the material. Now, if a key is provided for a particular assignment, they need to make appropriate corrections to see how they did. And they need to make notes of questions or points of concern as we're covering information so that they can follow up and I can best support them. When your student logs on to Schoology and they go to my page specifically, this is the picture that they are greeted with. While they're not in my physical classroom, they can enter my Bitmoji virtual classroom. So in this picture, there's a lot of information. Several things specifically are clickable, meaning they can take them directly to different sites and resources. Big thing to notice is along the bottom, there's several folders that students can access. Everything from general class info all the way to clever.com. But specifically, there's weekly folders. Within each weekly folder, students can access different days of the week and specifically assignments within each of those days. Besides looking at my Bitmoji classroom and accessing the folders, they can also access the direct links to our meetings. So this trimester, I have FIT first period and third period, and I have both morning session links and whole class afternoon session links. Students can simply go to their Schoology, access the link, and log on to join the class. This was that weekly schedule that I mentioned that I sent out to students. It's a Google Doc that all your students have access to view. And what I do is I update my to-do list for each day for the students to complete. While they're not actually doing anything physically in this document, it is a great resource so that they're nice and clear as to what we're doing that day, when things are due, and what order I think that they should try and tackle the assignments in order to be most effective. I also mentioned that the folders, the weekly folders at the bottom, they can click on them. When they click on a weekly folder, it'll open it up to day 1 and day 2 resources. Day 1 would be our Monday, Tuesday class. Day 2 would be our Thursday, Friday class. Within each folder, students can access specific assignments for them to complete. Here's an example back from week 1. They had a discussion post, Bitmoji locker activity, and a Schoology scavenger hunt. We also are assigning some video lessons along with our whole class meetings. The video lessons so far have had to do with athletics and the academic honesty here at Granada. Edpuzzle is a great resource, and I won't be surprised if your students are using it in some other classes as well. So, how can I best support you? Well, Schoology is a great resource, and while it does have a learning curve, there is a lot to offer within the system. We also have the Edpuzzle videos, as I mentioned, and our Google Meet sessions are going to be key in regards to helping students stay connected and get information. I also do have a Remind, though. For those of you that haven't heard of Remind, it's a really cool educational platform that allows me to send quick little reminders via text to your students. It's safe, secure, and your students can join simply by texting this code to 81010. Now, I hope you got some information and clarity as to my expectations with the class and how your students can navigate it. I am asking that people complete a survey that should be also in the email that this link was attached to. The survey is going to include some general contact information, how you think I might be able to best support your student, and then a space for questions and comments that I would love to help answer if you can send them my way. Thank you so much for taking time to watch my virtual back to school night. Please let me know if you have any questions or concerns, and otherwise, have a great evening. Thanks for coming.